Good morning everyone. Today I'm sharing with you 3 ways to make sure you always have sharp photos. Let's go. Alright guys, welcome to a new episode and welcome to New York City. Wow! Can't wait to share awesome episodes about New York with you. But for now, I have a convention to attend and a bunch of you have been asking me, how come my photos are not sharp? Why do my shots look a little bit blurry? Something is missing out of it. I don't understand why your photos look so crisp and yeah, very crisp, you know, very, very sharp. So I thought, why don't I share with you 3 simple ways, 3 things you should check if you get unsharp photos. And you know, remember I made a big video about all the focus points and all that, the autofocus, how it can help you get sharp shots. But here are 3 things you should be checking if you're still getting unsharp photos. Number 1, check your shutter speed. Is your shutter speed correct for the situation you're trying to shoot? For example, if you're trying to shoot action, you want to have a high shutter speed. Otherwise, your moving object is going to get blurry, you know? I made a whole video about just shutter speed. Check it out, but rule of thumb is very simple. I can't. So here's a rule of thumb. If you're trying to shoot action, shoot above 500 of a second. You know, 1/500 of a second, shoot above, that way you freeze your action. The faster your object is moving, the faster you want that shutter speed to be. Second rule is simply whenever you're shooting people, shoot at 1/200 of a second, 120 of a second, around that range, because if people move their head even slightly, then they're not going to be sharp anymore. And the last one is simply when you're shooting still, make sure you're stable. If you're shooting at 1/50 of a second or below, make sure you stay still. Use a tripod if you need to, especially if you do long exposures, because a tiny little movement is going to make a huge difference in your shots. All right, now we're done with shutter speed. There is something else you need to check. All right, now if your shots are still blurry after you got the right shutter speed, check the type of check the type of autofocus you're using. Are you using an autofocus continuous? Where is your focus point? It's very important for you to control where your focus point is. If it is at the wrong spot, you will get the bamboo sharp and not yourself. Remember that bamboo is following me everywhere, I know. So I made another video for you talking about all the autofocus modes that you can use really as a reference to get it right. But if you get wrong your focus modes, it's terrible. Personally, I shoot in AF single point all the time because I want to control exactly where my camera is going to get the focus right, you know? And you cannot have a subject that's everything in the frame, so why use the whole frame as a reference for your autofocus? No, use a single point. You know exactly what subject you want to be sharp on, so make sure you nail it. All right, there is another point, if you're still getting wrong shots, that you should check. But let's get closer. All right, last point is very, very important, and it is simply make sure your lens is clean. I know it sounds super dumb, but look at that. If my lens is a little bit dirty, your shots are not gonna be sharp. If you have a bunch of dust between your lens and the sensor, it's going to influence, especially at f16, at f8, etc. So make sure your lens is clean, and also don't shoot at the smallest f-stop number on cheap lenses, because they're usually not the sharpest at those f-stop numbers. Usually the lenses are sharper around f4, f5.6, f6, f8. It depends. You can check online which lens is sharper at which point. But to be honest, that's another thing I would look into. All right, so to recap, we've got the lens, we've got the shutter speed, and we've got the autofocus. And I think that's all. The rest is really, really dependent on what you're shooting. And guys, I want to say, don't focus too much on having just sharp shots. Sharp shots is not overrated. It's great to have sharp and crisp images, but it's not everything in an image, you know? Your composition, the story, what you're trying to tell in that image is much more important than knowing that if you zoom at 600 times on that image, it's going to be pixel sharp. So just remember that, use it as a guideline, but remember, good photos are not good because they're sharp. They're good because they give you an emotional response when you look at them. You're either wowed or you feel something when you look at them. That's a lot more important than having a sharp shot. All right, with that being said, I've got a conference to attend, so I'm gonna let you go here. I wanted to make that super short video because I get that question a lot, and I think this will help a lot of you if you're struggling a little bit. What's up?
What's going on, man?
Good.
All right?
How was your day?
Huh?
Good day at work?
That's it.
Good.
It's Friday, man.
I'm going to work now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Good luck. So this is New York City. I wanted to share that video with you guys. I think it's very important to keep that in mind, especially if you're starting. If you're already good, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter to you. But yeah, I'm gonna share a lot more about New York City very soon. So stay tuned. And right now I have to rush back to my convention center. I'm trying to find some cool travels for this year coming up. So I'll talk to you in the next episode. Remember, if you're new to this channel, hit the SUB button, ring that notification bell, and I will talk to you, see you, yeah, whatever, in the next episode. Get out there, go shoot, try something different, try something new. Look at those new buildings. That one is absolutely insane. Ah!